Two Old People on the Couch here. I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you for viewing the video. So, very exciting news today. We hit 100
and
subscribers. And
yeah.
So, as promised...
Well, you're almost up to 120.
120 now. But so I said when we hit 100 subscribers, then we would talk about a giveaway.
A giveaway? Okay.
Yeah. So, stay tuned to the end of the video for the giveaway. All right. So, anyway, we are... Two Old People on the Couch, and we do 3 videos a week. We do Startup Mondays, Midweek Wednesdays, and Wrap Up Fridays. So, and this is Wrap Up Friday. With all that said, we're going to be getting into it. So, you're going to start. Yep, hi, Karen. We're going to say hi to Karen. She's been hard at work. We've been overworking that girl.
Yep, she's been a trooper here lately. She's still a little upset about the whole Pelosi no mask thing, but she's doing better, though. She came in with a little bit better spirits today.
Well, that's good.
And happy anniversary to you.
Yes, we had an anniversary yesterday.
And we went out to our favorite place and had breakfast.
Yes, we did.
And it was delicious.
It was delicious. So, it's the only place we've been.
Other than that, I let you down.
I know. Anyway, it's a big long story. Never mind. All right, so you start.
So... If you bring up the slideshow there, I just wanted to start off lighthearted today.
Okay.
So this is my dog over there walking, and I always take her out because it gets cool when she's old. So I always take her out when the sun's setting, so it's cooler.
I like
and
that
so I just thought I'd just whip through a whole bunch of the different sunsets.
Like they are very pretty sunsets.
But I mean, I really enjoy just going out. The dog loves it. She'll be mad if I don't take her out there. So every evening almost, I take her out there, and we just go, and it's always beautiful, and it's almost like God's given me a pretty end of the day. So I've been really enjoying it.
Yeah, she'll be 17 years old in November.
Yeah, I kind of think she's older, but that sounds she's old. She's real old. Her legs are giving out, but she can still trot around. I said the other day that her legs, she lost reverse. She can go forward good, but she gets stuck in doorways and stuff. And if she can't back up, she just plops down and looks at me like, hey, get me out of here. And so that's it. Do you know what this is?
Oh, that is my okra that hasn't had any vegetables on it.
If you call growing okra the size of acorns, you have
one okra.
Let's go back. Let's do a previous. Let me go back there.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is her attempt again this year at gardening, right? So, this is September. They should have full-grown ones we should be picking. But by next September, I'm thinking we'll have
some okra.
An okra to do. Then on the next one here, I want to know what that is. What was in that
bucket? I don't know. Which bucket is it? Is it the first one?
The middle one.
It's the middle one? I can't even remember what was
so we
in
won't
it.
even go with that. And then this one, I ate a bean today. I was mowing the yard, and there was actually in there, if you look in the green, in the leaves there.
Oh, there is a green bean.
There's about 4 or 5... So we have like a half a can of beans. You've been successful this.
Oh my gosh!
All right, bring us back up.
Okay,
Karen, bring us back up.
I'm so happy you shared that with all of us.
See, your channel started up prepper, and if you saw our bedroom over there, we are
equipped.
We are prepped to eat.
But
good.
We can't rely on my gardening skills.
And I tell her every year, don't even attempt it. You won't take care of it. Nothing will grow. She doesn't have a green thumb. They're probably too small of buckets or something. But each year you try. But you did get a half a can of green beans this year.
Oh,
and some acorn okra.
Yeah,
all right, that's all.
But it's a good thing that I know a really good farmer, Baker's Barn, and they can deliver us vegetables.
They do have great stuff.
So they have great stuff. So anyway,
we polished that bucket off.
We did. So we're going to get into the news now.
Yeah, let's get started. I just thought I'm trying to start these shows off with a little bit of lightness first.
Okay. That's good. And then we're going to get into the deep.
But you're not allowed to show anybody any of my projects.
Okay. So, yeah, I know. I can't garden. Right. I wish I could. I want to garden. I want to have all these green plants inside, and it just doesn't work. So, okay, let's get started.
Let's go.
All right. So, Good news. The COVID-19 fatality rate has plunged as treatments improved and doctors learn more about the virus. So that's good news.
Yeah, plus
That's great news.
Plus they're only
Great
reporting
news.
probably the COVID.
Great news.
That's great news. And I'm not going to delve into that too much.
Great news.
We'll take that as good news.
That's great news.
All
right. The jobless claims were below 1 million this last week.
Yep.
It was 881,000 new jobless claims on August the 29th.
It's tragic for all the restaurants and bars and
it's tragic for
everything.
A lot of people.
Again, I said from the beginning, we're America. We never shut down. Let's just quarantine the sick and keep on moving. And unfortunately, I don't know, 30% of the businesses that
will never come back.
Will never come back, and it's sad. But jobless is down. That's good. That's good news too.
Yes, I'm back at work, so that's good news.
You're back to work.
We're not at full steam.
My phone rang.
But
the other
did
day.
it?
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. I meant to ask you about that. Okay, so Cuomo came out and said that if Trump comes back to New York City when he's not president, that he'll need to bring an army with him to protect him. And so Mike Huckabee said on Fox News, he slammed Cuomo and said that he doesn't care about the fact that New Yorkers who need an army to walk around in their own city. That New Yorkers already need.
Yeah. There's riots going on.
Yeah.
Protests.
Yeah.
Peaceful protests.
We're hoping that Trump doesn't need to move anywhere, but
right.
I think the powers that be are trying really hard to make...
Well, yeah, and Trump moved out. But he says...
Everybody's moving out.
Yeah, every rich people are all moving out. It got too expensive to live there for one thing. The taxes are too high. The riots... Lockdowns. You can't even go out and eat in a restaurant yet, I don't think
so. I think you have to be outside.
The people are like, forget this crazy town.
It was just crazy.
So Trump moved out, and he's mad because everybody's moving out.
Yeah.
And Trump, you know why Trump moved out, though? He's kind of the president.
He's the president.
He has to live in Washington, D.C. But that's just a little minor detail.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
I'm done.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, that was interesting that Mike Huckabee,
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about the fact that the crime rate is high there or anything else. Right. So
and
all the riots that happen there.
The one, not that this matters, but MSNBC has a show like Morning Joe or something like that, and Joe Scarborough heads it up, and he kind of got on to Cuomo for saying he was out of line for threatening. It was kind of a threat that if Trump comes to New York, he's going to have to bring an army because he's not safe there. And even the far left liberal news kind of mentioned that was a little bit out of line. But
rash. It was a little bit rash.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tit for tat stuff.
I know. We know it is.
Those news stations, we don't listen to them. But I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah. I got some new apps on my
The softball?
No. I got some new apps on my iPad, so I'm trying...
I was like, we got new information about...
To get really good news going on.
Yeah. Just get more...
Trying to get really good news. We're trying to do a really good job with our show.
The thing is some people see all this either on Facebook or they see it in their news and everything. But there might be some of our audience out there that doesn't see it or
but we get our perspective.
Get our perspective. That's it. You might already have seen it, but you might want to hear two old people ramble on about it.
I know.
And it might it might be something.
It could be something. It could not be something.
But we're on it.
We're on it. We're on it. We're on it. Okay. So next, about a week ago, I think it has been like last weekend, like the Portland mayor, he's going to move now because like last weekend, the rioters went and attacked his building.
Yeah.
So he's going to move and he's not going to tell anybody where he's moving.
He's moving to a secret location.
Yeah.
And he'll probably say that it's because of Trump.
I'm sure it's Trump's fault.
Even though Trump's saying, hey, he said it's a disaster up there.
It is.
Call me, Mayor.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe up there. And the mayor's like, we got this all under control.
Yeah.
Except for I'm moving out.
I'm moving because it's not safe in my building.
Yeah, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge and not telling anybody because those people are crazy.
I know.
And they're not safe.
I know.
And it's not peaceful protest. It's riots.
Late night
activities
are getting
with the
a
jackrabbits.
little bit wild.
Yeah, so it's crazy. You know, it's getting funny. And people, and then, you know, the Democratic mayors and everybody still will try to twist this to be
all Trump's
fun. It just makes me laugh. And like I said the other day, people are waking up and seeing, you know, go on. Maybe at the end I'll give you a little my little take on stuff. It might be a little lengthy, so we'll save it to near to the end.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right. So then we have Facebook that they're going to block ads. They're not going to run any new ads the last week before the election. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Bold prediction. We already got bold predictions.
Yes.
For around that time.
Yeah, we do.
Power out. In major cities.
Yes.
Electrical going out in major cities.
To disrupt the election.
You know, either prior or somewhere, anytime now to the election, since the DNC mob bosses can pick whoever they want to put in now, because he's already been, Biden's already been
the nominee.
So the softball said, oh, we can swap him out.
Yeah, they're going to swap him out for health reasons.
You know, that's...
Yes.
We're going to try... The softball says we're going to try every sneaky trick in the book to cause chaos and disruption. And, you know, come election time, we want to delay the election for a couple months so Pelosi can be president. Yeah. That's in here. It says, and whether Biden runs for president or somebody else, we're going to delay the election and cause chaos. I'll talk about the chaos a little bit at the end of this show.
All right. And I just want to interject right here is I don't understand why we just can't have two people running for president and them saying what they're going to do for the country and just letting the American people decide who they want and just having it be a fair election and everything.
Can we not do something totally out of the ordinary like mail-in, blanketed mail-in ballots without checks and balances to know that the person that actually checked the box was you. And that, you know...
You'll probably have people roaming the neighborhood, getting in people's mailboxes.
That's all I'm saying. And
stealing their ballots.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you're voting for Trump and you got nothing scheduled for the day of the election, you get your butt in there and you do it in person. Because your vote might get lost if you don't.
In the mail. But also, like our polls open like a week before or something. They open just a few days before, where you can go up a few days before. If your polls open a few days before, go ahead and get in there and vote.
Yeah. In person. Just walk down there.
Because there might be disruptions that day.
There might be disruptions the day of. So if your community does it, get in there, do it in person. Because, like you said, they're just going to try every trick in the book. I mean, they've tried, even before Trump got day one.
Yes.
They've been trying to change that last election. He won fair and square, and he's had nothing but rush, and impeachments and...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Then one battle after the other to fight. This time.
Pencil neck Schiff.
Oh, okay.
He's tried, and I mean, he's already on another 3 thing. Can we just, if you guys,
just let him be president?
The election is this close. Yeah. Just have the election, and if the people want Biden, they'll vote for Biden. If they want for Trump.
They'll vote for Trump. All right. Just leave people alone.
Quit all the shenanigans.
And
I'm sorry I said that.
I just want news to start being... I would like to cover something that isn't political.
Yeah.
But it just seems like everything's political.
It's going to be that way up till November.
I know. Okay, so here we go. we're going to have a vaccine on November the 1st. So what are they thinking? They're just going to vaccinate everybody? What? Are we going to get our vaccination and vote at the same time? Ooh, don't even mention that to people because I ain't.
Yeah, if you can't vote unless you get vaccinated.
Ooh, no. Because
nah, I don't see that. It's
I'm
not on the
not
softball.
doing that right
It's not
off
on
the
the
bat.
softball.
I mean, I'm not saying that I won't get vaccinated if I find out that it's safe
I'm
and
not
that
getting
it's not leading to
vaccinated.
anything else, but
I'm
I
just
ain't
gonna-
being the first person in line.
I'm going to just sell out into old age, just taking
know.
my chances.
I know.
From here on out, no vaccines.
Yeah, I'm not even getting the flu shot this year
no.
because I was
No.
so sick last year, but you guys know that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So here we have these little automated centers, these convenience stores that are popping up.
Yeah.
There's no people running them. They're totally automated. It scans your credit card and it knows what you bought. And it's like the future.
Well,
It's going to get bizarre here in the next.
Unfortunately, it looks like it says craft beer in that one. So, unfortunately, you probably have to show...
ID. You might have to. You probably have
you
to.
have to have a credit card to get anything anyways. But it probably has your age on it. But
I'm sure you just put your...
Whenever I worked...
Oh, you can scan your...
Whenever I worked out on a dude ranch...
Yeah, you can scan
we had
your...
like a workers area. It's a bunch of college kids.
Yeah.
And we used to have a pop machine, and we would load it with
beer.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
Yeah. Were you 21?
No, not at that time. I don't think. No, not then.
All right. Enough said.
Nobody cared back then. We went to a bar. They closed down a bar for us because they didn't want us getting in fights with the locals or anything like that. So they would close down a whole bar for our staff, and we'd take over the bar and have a rip roaring young chase women time.
Okay.
All
right, so then now we have Los Angeles is having to declare a financial emergency because Pelosi didn't get her $1 trillion to save all these Democratic grand cities with the bailout money.
Yeah, the bailout.
They're having to furlough the mayor and 15,000 employees.
15 employees.
15,000 employees due to the pandemic.
That's a lot.
Right?
Yeah. No.
So... And that is why Pelosi wanted to funnel money to the cities, the Democratic cities that aren't running their cities right.
It's getting ridiculous. Listen, whenever the government first started off back in the old times, right, there's just this little minute amount of people running everything.
Yeah.
And now, like, government's grown to be like 30% of, I'm probably wrong. You can probably fact check me, I'm wrong. But it's like 30 or 40% of all the population is working for the government.
Yeah, and
it's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's not.
They're all failing. Pelosi wanted to bail out. She wanted to bail out, and then so she can not
funnel that money to
she doesn't look evil whenever she gets her hair done and everything like that. Everybody loves her because they're not working and they're just still getting her money. Or they got a cush government job. They just sit back. And, of course, they all vote Democrat because they got a cush government job. So they don't want that government job going away.
No,
so they click that.
Yeah. Well, this is the whole
Is that how it works in the voting booth? Do you pull a lever?
We don't. We don't. We shade in with a pencil.
Pencil, okay.
We're old fashioned here.
I know. So all I'm saying is all those people and two ways Pelosi could either say, hey, listen, let me finish once. Pelosi could either get mad at Pelosi because they're losing their jobs, right? And she wasted all the money and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Or they might come running back to Pelosi because she usually could get them their money so they could keep that cush job. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So, but I would just want everybody to know that this is why the people haven't gotten their second stimulus, because she wanted all this other money in there. And so
the rest of the country, California, Democratic, running out of money, yada, yada. They want to bail out money to save all their government employees and their cities and their whatever's going on there. But they punished all the states that were not
all the normal people,
And they could have just
American
voted
citizens.
to give a
They
stimulus or whatever.
They don't have to throw all that garbage in with it.
No, but they do. That's the way to
Because
go.
they're holding us hostage.
They're holding us up. They're
So-
they're a mob family. They like to extort money. They're good at it. They've been doing it for many years.
Okay. All right. Okay, so yesterday the stock market lost 800 points.
Yeah. Which
Today it's just barely down the last I looked. So who knows what happened
so like
in the
1,000 in a day or two. Or
So who knows what happened in the last couple minutes.
I'm amazed
in the
it's
market.
where it's
but
at.
it had been going up, up, up,
Yeah.
up
It did a
without getting
correction.
anybody, without giving anything back. So it's good.
Which is amazing.
Okay.
I thought
But
it would be.
The stock market is totally disconnected from what's going on
Yeah.
in America right now, and that's
I
enough
find
said.
it hard to believe.
Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. So then here we go. Most American cities that are failing are Democrat-ran cities with Democrat mayors. Okay. So crime rate. 46 out of the 50 worst cities have Democratic
Yeah.
mayors. Okay.
Gee, what a coincidence.
And poverty levels is 41 out of 50
And they
are
keep,
the worst.
but they keep promising these people.
Yes.
Oh, vote for
Yes.
us. We'll give you free stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Vote for us. We'll give you free stuff. Vote for us. We'll take care of you.
yes.
It seems like they're not taking very
They're
good
not
care of the
taking
people.
very
Now
good
they
care.
want to get rid of all the police.
Yes.
So you think they're bad now? Just wait.
Yeah.
I'm not moving into one.
I'm
Are
not
you moving into
no,
one?
I'm
Okay.
not. No.
All right.
All right. So the suspect that killed the Patriot in Portland.
He was still
a few
running
days
around
ago.
free. They really
Right.
hadn't gone after him for a day or two, which
Right.
is amazing.
Well, he was shot.
He was shot
last
last
night. So by police officers because he pulled a gun
Yeah.
and they had a shootout, and that's
Yeah.
why he was shot.
Here, listen to me, kids
Okay.
and adults. When the police come and they tell you come out,
With your hands up.
get on the ground.
Uh-huh.
If you do all that,
You won't get shot.
you won't get shot.
Mm-mm.
It's whenever you're resisting arrest. It's
And
pretty
pulling
simple.
guns on
Well, and then shooting back at
Yeah.
or shooting at the police.
police officers.
I don't know
That's
how it
people
went
get
down.
hurt.
We don't
Yeah.
know all the, but he definitely shot. There was
Mm-hmm.
witnesses that said that shots rang out for like a minute or something
Yeah.
before he came out, and they finally, they got him, and he had a gun. Now here, I'm going to show you something. Don't look all.
Okay.
It's my
I know
wallet.
I know what you're doing.
Okay, so here you are. You're driving down the road. Go ahead. No, you're the passenger.
Okay.
All right, all of a sudden, woo, 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 the lights
Yeah,
come on
uh-huh.
behind you. You go, holy crap. You reach in, you start pulling over, you get your wallet out, and you put it in your hand like this, and you grab both steering wheels, and you have your window already down, and the guy will come up to the side like that, and he'll be like, you think you were going fast or something like that, and you don't go like, heck, no, I wasn't, you go, yes, sir, all right, if you say so, I wasn't really paying attention, so if you say I was, don't try to, if you say you're just doing what they say, you got a really good chance of getting out of it, too.
Mhm.
Just, yes, sir, if it's a ma'am, yes, ma'am. Show a lot of respect to that officer.
Yeah.
He's authority.
Yes. Authority.
Even if you might be wronged,
Mhm.
I'm not going to argue about it right here. It's not going to work.
No.
It's just going to escalate.
Yes.
So then you hand him the wallet. Then if he says, I would like to see your insurance, you say, sir, that's over in my glove box. I'm going to reach down and I'm going to get my insurance. And they'll
Okay.
give you permission.
Mhm.
And then you go down there and you reach in there and you hand him it. And then he goes, you were doing 55 and a 45, but I'm going to give you a warning this time, and
Mhm.
off you go.
Yeah.
I don't have to put for the rest of the show, do I need? Okay, so, softball predicts. If
Mhm.
you shoot at police when they're trying to arrest you, the
They're
softball says
they're gonna
the
shoot
police
back.
will shoot back. They're going to protect themselves.
Okay.
All right, that was
All right.
long.
That was great. All right. So Fauci comes
Fauci.
out. Fauci, Fauci comes out and he says that
The Fauchmeister.
yes, that there are 7 states that need to take extra precautions this holiday, which is Labor Day this weekend, against the surge of the CV because their cases are on the increase. So these are the states that need to do that, and I have my notes here. So, North Dakota, South Dakota, where nobody lives.
That's
Iowa,
insane.
Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, and Illinois. So those are, I guess, the places where it's still increasing in numbers.
I just don't like
instead
the
of
way they
decreasing.
say it. They say Fauci warns.
I know.
It's like a threat. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I might just shut you down. I'm just going to warn you now.
Well,
We're going to come with a big stick and beat the crap out of you.
So I guess that's where it's increasing instead of decreasing
Whatever.
right now.
Let's just open up.
Okay.
One phase, open. Let's just, probably, I don't know. That they're free-loving people up there in North Dakota and South Dakota. So
I know,
they are.
They're fine.
They must be punished,
Because
I always take, whenever I'm driving across North Dakota, I always take pictures like, looking at the scenic North Dakota, and it's a big flat field. Then I drive a little farther, and I'll take another picture and post it on Facebook. Here's another scenic shot of, and then I go to an overlook. I say I'm at the overlook. And I take a picture of a big flat.
There's only like 10 people that live up there. It's great country. It's great country.
Whatever. All right.
Okay. So there was a report that came out from The Atlantic, and it said that Trump called in 2018. All of a sudden, they're bringing back stories from 2018 that said that Trump called soldiers losers and suckers, which... He was supposed to go to a cemetery. I think he was overseas. And the weather was bad and the helicopter couldn't fly. So Trump does not call our soldiers any of those things. Yeah. Now, there was Trump and McCain didn't get along. But it was a personal issue. So,
But
Trump says he didn't say that.
He's been straightening out the VA.
Yes.
I'm a veteran. I don't... unless I hear him say that.
Yeah, Trump likes his military.
Everybody's out to get Trump. He gets books written about him all the time about hearsay. And what's funny is whenever these people get put on the stand, like during Russiagate and everything, they say, "Oh, Trump did all this bad stuff," and they write books and here, the media goes crazy, and then they put him on the stand. Did Trump say that? No, I've never heard him say it. No. So. Third or fourth hand.
Yeah.
And I know he's taken trips to Walter Reed to visit, soldiers and stuff. In my heart, I believe that Trump loves America. He loves his law enforcement. He loves his military. That's a hit job piece, I believe.
Yes, I believe too. All right, and then our last story is, study says that during the COVID, I'm trying to read the screen.
The CV
is causing less casual sex, more live-in sex, and more porn.
Porn.
Yeah. So.
Well, I always said I feel sorry for the youngins out there with all these closings because whenever all the bars were closed, I mean, that's all I did whenever we got off work from the military, or in college or anything. We went straight to the bars and it just, I don't even know how I met you. How did I meet you?
In a bar.
In a bar.
Yeah,
we had a good time. So two-stepping bar. We had a great time. We got to go out and do what young people do. That's all. Let's not try to beat around the bush. Everybody's trying to find a mate at that age. Everybody's having a really good time.
Yeah.
And I can see where, if you can make a deal with a woman and say, hey, there's no bar open up. Do you want to just come over here and live and, we'll isolate together? Whatever works, man. I mean, guys will try everything. And, of course, the porn thing, that's easy. You just get on the internet there and look away.
Did you have something else you wanted to talk about?
I'm going to try to keep this short, but... Have you ever watched the show Survivor?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
this one. I think his name is Russell Hatch. It's Russell, but I
Mhm.
think it's Hatch. Don't know the last name, but Russell was a pro.
Yeah.
He knew. He's the one that opened up the whole game in a new way. He's like, I'm not gonna. I know what the rules are. There is no rules really. You lie, you connive, you cheat, and that guy would almost be on the outs. And then he would think outside the box, and he would go find an idol before they even gave where the idol was. He would be like, well, if they're gonna hide an idol, you know, they would probably be weird, like in a nook of a tree or something. So during the day, he would go do all that. He pulled out all the tricks in the book. If he was getting voted out, right?
Yes.
He knew that they were all against him. He would cause chaos back there and start pitting the people on his tribe to get after each other and cause chaos. It's a tactic.
Yeah.
That sound familiar?
Uh-huh.
Okay. They're all pitted against each other, and then they vote out one of those people, and he survives and goes on.
Yeah.
He always makes it to the end.
Okay.
But then at the end, it's the people that all got voted out that he used and abused.
That vote for the winner.
They vote for the winner, and the other person might have done some shystery stuff, but
not as bad.
Not as bad. And he would twice he did that because he came back for like an all-star, made it all the way to the end again, second, boom. So the moral of the thing is you know, evil people will start, you know, eating at each other.
Yes.
And there might be one guy, and a lot of times on Survivor, if you watch it, one guy thinks he's on easy street. I'm just in charge here. Everybody's believing all my lies. I'm doing really good and everything like that. And then they get together, and boom, he's blindsided, they call it. Blindside. Yeah. And he's out. Evil always wants there's always one more evil person that wants to be top dog or take out that guy so they win. So that's why good always has great chances of if evil just kept their game together, they would take over. And I'm just saying, look at the world. That game is like a little test of social skills and how society works and everything like that. And I just thought
that's what you see happening right now.
And I don't know who. You know, we know there's a deep state and there's rich people and people behind the scenes. And if one of those rich evil people, you know, this nice rich evil person over here might say like, yeah, let's do all this and we'll rule the world, but then this guy's in charge. This guy might just say, hey,
I did all your dirty work. I want to be in charge.
Or get with all his other cronies and say, let's take that guy out. We'll be in charge. It's a mess.
It's a mess. Okay, so are we ready for our giveaway?
And what did that do? I don't know.
But it was fun. All right, so are we ready for our giveaway? Okay, so we're going to wrap this up with talking about our giveaway, and we're going to go big or go home. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we made it to 100 subscribers, which is great. We love it. Thank you so much, and we appreciate it and everything. But we want to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can start working on getting monetized.
And get the live shows going.
Yeah, get the live shows going.
And everything.
So we're gonna go big. We're gonna do a drawing. If you want to be in the drawing, you have to subscribe. And we want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So we will do the drawing when we get to 1,000 subscribers. So that means you need to subscribe. You need to like the video.
Is there a tool?
You need to share the video.
How does that work?
Well, I know some of the people that subscribe.
Well, I know but do they give you a tool on YouTube to pick the winner, or do you have to individually?
Oh, I'm going to put them in a hat.
You're going to print out every subscriber. Is there a list of all, or some of them?
Some of them, no, you got to make sure your name is hidden. Or put in the comments, say, I subscribe, and I'll put you in the drawing too.
Okay. I was going to say, because some people don't show up.
So either make sure that you aren't like hidden, or put in there, I subscribe, please put me in the drawing, or whatever. So, but if you share it, then it gets the word out to more people or pass on the channel to somebody that you think might like it. We're really not trying to make anybody mad, so it's not like give it to like your really liberal friends, because that's not what we're about here. We're just trying to be, I don't know, two old people on the couch.
We're two old people on a couch that are
Yeah.
conservative. That's
Yeah,
just
so,
our,
yeah.
just deal with it.
So yeah,
Just
so
deal with
we're
it.
not. So anyway,
We're old. We don't care.
so share the video.
Yeah.
We'll help get it out there
You
to
probably
more
should
people,
share
and
it
we'll get
to
subscribed.
Well,
Yeah.
not to say that. I mean, if,
Mm-hmm.
like I say, they don't have to agree with what we
Yeah.
say. They might just get our side.
Yeah. So
And they can just do with it what they want. We always say do your own research. So if you hear two crazy people saying something,
yeah.
go out, research it.
Okay. And so this is what we're giving away. Okay.
Yep.
The grand prize is going to be, oh my goodness, it's going to be
Holy cow, that's the biggest one you
Yeah. It's a 2-week supply of food. So we're gonna give away a grand prize of that.
got. That's
And
a lot. That's a lot of food.
Yeah, and then we're gonna give away 2 runner-ups of the 48-hour emergency food.
And we'll starve.
No, and check out, because we ate all the food in this bucket, and it's good. So
Oh, yeah.
it was good.
Go
And
back
I
and
made
look at
videos
a playlist.
about- yes, we have a playlist.
We have a playlist of all these.
that has all these,
And-
and they were all good in this bucket. And you can
They're
buy
good.
these at Walmart, just so that everybody
Yeah,
knows.
you can get
But
'em at
anyway,
Walmart.
we're gonna give away 2 of those and 1 of the 2 weeks. So
All right.
when we reach
When we reach
1,000,
we got ways to go.
subscribers.
So
So
everybody
ways
spread
to-
the word.
share.
Okay.
Share. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up then.
Yeah, we went long, but that's all right.
Yeah. Okay. So and I'm gonna have to get a new out because I feel like what I'm saying just doesn't make
It
sense.
does
But-
work. Just do
Okay.
it.
So, this is the wrap up Friday. We will see you on Monday for Startup Monday.
All right. Right.
Okay, so until next time, remember, keeping it simple is not the same as doing nothing.